and you still made it. We're doing some awesome stuff here in the studio with no music. But Ed has his phone. Maybe he's going to play our song, Chaveevah.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know. Looks like we're live.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Okay, wait.
There's the theme music.
Always showing you something good. We share the good stuff. We're making us all look good, and you know this.
That's right.
Today's guests are the Bank of Jabez entrepreneurs, ReShonda Young, who will share with us about the Impact Challenge,
That's
Chaveevah.
right. And Chawne Paige.
Chawne
the
Paige will
director
be
of the
here.
Waterloo Center for the Arts.
Yes.
You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka! Woo-wee! I'm telling you what. From all the way down in City Hall, we are here. It's Friday. You made it. It's so exciting, Chaveevah.
Yes.
We want to holler at our very special frequent viewers. Who are they?
No, it's Cindy Bancroft.
Hey, Cindy.
Taylor Vivians. Michelle Simon and Jovita Long.
I know Jovita. Jim Gardner, Mike Hollingsworth, Robert Tyson, Bob, and Percy Bruce.
For sure.
If you're watching us for the first time right now, and if you're watching us on MediaCom, like on a Saturday morning in your pajamas, hi, future.
Hey.
Because it's next week already, Chaveevah.
That's right. You know, today our talking point is going to be never trust your tongue.
Don't do
when
it.
your heart is bitter.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because you can say some really nasty things.
Yes,
You're a
you
witness.
Can. Oh my goodness.
You know I
and you
was,
can't take things back.
Can't
you
take
know?
things back.
Once
yeah,
it's
she
out
heard
there.
me acting a fool one day.
Okay.
Because my heart was bitter, but I don't do it no more.
All right.
Forgive it, air. You know, Nicole Hannah-Jones says, the truth, if we are truly a great nation, the truth will not destroy us. So we need to say it. We need to tell the truth all the time. And this week, our Give It Air is talking about something that is, you know how people say it's a black thing? This is a black thing.
Absolutely. Yep, Jared Gadsden is going to tell us about our friend Son Michelle's take on CPT.
Right.
If you know, you know.
And I'm so glad I know because I've been trying to make excuses and it's in my roots.
Hey.
So
Yep.
it works.
That's
it works
right.
for me.
Yes.
Newsflash, birthday people, we got a how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a sextet, seventet today.
Whatever.
We gonna
A whole
be
bunch
jamming,
of voices.
Right?
That's
We're gonna
right.
jam at the birthday song. And we have a prize drawing today,
Yes.
Chaveevah.
Yes.
For
Hey, a $25 gift card to Carpenter's Diner, but that's not all.
That's not all.
That's
We also have the All-In Grocers $25 donation that Mr. John Berry
Yes.
donated. And so you're going to want to stick around for that. 2 drawings at the top as soon as we introduce our guest,
Okay.
which is
Right
about now. All right. Open it up. And Ed squeezed in Matthew here.
Yes. All right.
I want to call you Nash, but that's not your name.
Esquires, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all know me as Mr. Greatness.
Oh,
That's
Mr.
right, Mr.
Greatness.
Greatness.
That's right.
Yes.
We have a wonderful crowd here. Of course, the lovely ReShonda Young. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have the boss here, the boss man at Waterloo Center for the Arts, Chawne Paige. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So today our talking point is we're going to start out with how we're doing alphabetically, Chaveevah. You probably already got
Oh,
it figured
please.
out.
No, I have not got
Okay, I do.
anything. Okay.
It's him. But we do ladies first, so that's
There
null
you
and
go.
void.
That's Gilbert, though, right? No.
No. I was doing
Okay, sorry.
ReShonda, but
No,
since
it's okay.
ReShonda's here, we always do ladies first.
Oh,
I was going to say.
So you
Too bad.
get to comment. What is our talking point?
Our
Chaveevah?
talking point is never trust your tongue when your heart is bitter.
Yeah. How does that, what do you feel about that statement? Is that something that you can relate to?
Absolutely. Yes. So I never speak without thinking. And so if it's something that I've thought about, because people will say sometimes that I talk slowly, but it's because I'm thinking about my words. And if it's a word or a statement that I believe is hurtful and maliciously hurtful, I'm not going to say it. Even if I'm thinking or feeling it, it will not be said.
And you know, that takes some will, some strong will and some discipline.
It
Sometimes.
For sure.
Yes, it does.
Yes. How about you, Matt? Have you experienced this phenomenon?
So powerful, both professionally, personally, and all of the above. What I would say as a servant leader, that when you really connect the heart and the mind, you have such a solid and fluid experience. A lot of times the tongue can get in the way. And so what I really try to make sure that I do is make sure that I turn my listening ears on, because what I say out of my mouth could be a weapon. It could be utilized against someone to hurt myself, to hurt others. And so I really am really sound with words. And then in professional practice, it is, you know, words are definitely tools. And so again, when your heart is sour, definitely your tongue can also be sour.
That's right. How about you, Chawne? What have you experienced this where you're angry and you really don't need somebody else to know about it, but it just comes out?
I mean, in general, yes. I mean, I think even when it comes to family life, you know, there's always that kind of allergic reaction to something, and you know, you have to take ownership in where you're at and be present. But every now and then, you just have to be intentional about what you're saying. Not necessarily give a contrary point to what you're saying, but I would say that sometimes you still very much, how do I say, you have to think about what you're saying.
Yes.
But sometimes the truth, even though it still might be malicious or hurtful, there's a craft. There's a craft and a way to kind of not necessarily soften the blow, but at least still get your point across that needs to be kind of said. You never want to have it be something that will compromise what really needs to be said, even though it is emotionally tense and emotionally heavy, like just gutturally on fire. But sometimes things do need to be said.
That's a great point too, Chaveevah.
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, I learned as a very young person how much damage your words can do to other people. I mean, because when I was growing up, it was the generation of playing dozens and saying all kinds of reckless things. And I remember as a kid winning one of those war of words where I said all these terrible things, and I made this girl cry, and I walked away, and I went around the corner and cried because I realized, oh wow, why did I do that? Why did I have to do that? So from then, which was a mighty long time ago, to today, I try to think about what I say. I mean, the truth needs to be said,
Sure.
but the malicious stuff does not. So.
Correct.
Yes.
Right,
Correct.
right. And a lot of times, you know, I know in the black community, you can say whatever you want to, but just don't talk about my mama.
Oh yeah.
Right? Don't say
That's
nothing
right.
about
Right.
my
That's right.
mama, or we gotta fight. Right?
That's a whole other
That's
Give
a
It Air
whole
subject too. The
And
dozens.
mamas all in general. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole nother
For
subject.
sure.
Exactly. Are there any comments? No? Okay.
There are no comments. I did want to say.
Yes,
this
what
book
about you,
says
Jared?
Death and life is in the power of the tongue.
Right.
So you have to be careful what you say. You have to
Yes.
speak life, because if you don't speak life, you're speaking death.
That's
All
right.
right.
And you know, we refer to the Bible sometimes. It also says that little rudder, that little thing at the end of the back of the boat that actually steers it. It's very powerful. So, but it steers a whole boat. So a ship. So yeah, those are some great things to take along through your day to day. We hope you're enjoying our show. And now we're going to do our Give It Air. Now this is something a lot of folks didn't know.
Yes.
We talked about a black thing, right? And you know, people really don't want to talk about CPT, but we thought we would get CPT. So we wanted to give it a little air today so we can learn a little bit more about where it originated from.
Right.
And
So it doesn't have to be portrayed as a negative.
because it's all about perspective.
It's culture. Yep. And
Yes.
right now we'd love to have Jared talk to us about Son Michelle's take on CPT.
Yes.
When a black person says, I'll be there in a minute, it's not 60 seconds, not 15 minutes, not half an hour, and most likely it's, I ain't even left the house yet, and I'll be there when I get there.
Okay.
In this society, CPT, or colored people's time, is seen as a stereotype, but in African-based cultures, it's an actual thing and is rooted in culture. In Eastern and African cultures, time is mostly polychronic. That is, it's a concept that is more in sync with our surroundings, our nature, how we feel, and who we are as a people. The European concept of time tends to be monochronic, with more of an emphasis on punctuality. Neither of these concepts is a bad thing, but with the dominant European culture being the cultural standard, it paints the Eastern and African way of seeing things in a bad light. That's where the negative colored people's time reference comes from. At the end of the day, all it really means is that black and brown people do not have a rigid concept of time and how every aspect of it is spent.
All right.
Right.
Well, who knew?
There you go.
Right? And I felt so, I felt affirmation because
Yes.
I am that person. I don't want to be late, but sometimes it's just like, oh, and I don't, now that I'm retired, don't ask me to be somewhere at a certain time because I promise you, I will be there late on purpose. And it's, some people say it's a sign of arrogance, but I just like to feel how I feel when I feel it and want to be there.
There you go.
Okay?
All right, so now we just all understand that there is, in fact, a cultural element to that. And we wanted to just give that a little air because why?
Sometimes airing things out is the best disinfectant,
Indeed.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Yes.
All right, Chaveevah, what do we have for our guests? We got to get to talking to these wonderful people.
For sure.
I know that, ReShonda, you have this event that's coming on, and Matt, is he on the board, or what's going on?
Yes, so it's the Black Capital Study Project, and so
Oh.
there's a team of actually 3 of us who work on this project together.
Okay,
Yes.
and who are the?
So we've got myself, we've got Matthew, and Lindy Verlofsa.
Oh,
as well,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, tell us about the event.
Yeah, so the event this Saturday will bring together Black entrepreneurs from the area. And what we are doing is we are creating an atmosphere where we'll have like 8 different tables. We talk about capital. And when we think about capital, we oftentimes only think about financial capital. But there are other capitals that affect how we grow and how we interact and how successful we are. You know, and so we look at, you know, spiritual capital, we look at economic capital, we look at health capitals, you know, we look at various forms of capital, and so our tables will have an opportunity to talk about different barriers that we may experience within each of these capitals.
Sure, that
and
are unique.
that are unique
Yes,
to us.
to us.
And so we are bringing together Black business owners because as we research, and we have a grant that allows us to do this research. So as we research these various capitals, we don't want to be the ones saying, oh, we know all the answers. We're
Right.
bringing the people to the table who actually experience these different barriers and then try and bring them together to come up with the solutions.
A solution.
Yeah, so it's wanting to have impact. A lot of times we get groups of people together and there's so much talk. And anybody who knows me knows I am not a talker.
Okay.
I may talk for a minute, but before you know it, I need to be doing something.
Okay.
And so it needs to have some kind of a positive impact. And so that's what we're
Wow.
trying to do.
Could you
Love that.
just, for clarity's sake, mention maybe a couple of those barriers or those challenges that are unique to Black entrepreneurs?
So we all know that there is a capital access challenge, but then there also can be a social. So if you don't have the right people within your social network and you're trying to build a business
Yeah.
and you don't have the right people to try and connect you to the greater community, it's going to be very difficult to build your business.
That's very true.
And then
Yes.
even as we talk about CPT, there's a cultural capital.
Okay.
And we need
okay.
to understand
Preach.
that cultural
Okay.
capital and how that also affects our businesses. And then just really understanding too that you may be a business owner, but you come into this as a whole person. And so, you know, there's some emotional and there's some spiritual things. There's just the whole person actually comes into this business.
So many components.
Yeah, there are a lot of
unthought
components to it.
Yeah, Matt, what's your take? What is your job with the?
Yeah,
with
so
the
I'm
board?
excited, and I would just first like to say thank you to the Kaufman Foundation, the Ewing Kaufman Foundation, for supporting us in this research. I think Waterloo is just such a special place to do this type of a deep dive. It's really exciting and really necessary and overdue. So our goal is to share our findings kind of after our 2025 fiscal year. And the rule is for us to continue to elevate, right, solutions that we discover along the way, businesses that we support, impact that we're making, and most importantly, the ecosystem that is inclusive that we're building. And so my role has been centered around building the inclusive ecosystem, both through infrastructure, both through fiscal management, as well as through really sound curriculum and and programming. So I'm really excited to be a part of this. I'm inviting all of your businesses out to join us. Even your servant leaders, whether you're in faith-based communities, whether you're in sports, I mean, we really want leaders that are interested in making a change and making a difference and helping us really frame how capital really shows up here in Iowa. This is the black capital of the state.
Goodness,
You already know that.
The most diverse county and city in the county in the state. I'm sorry.
Can you just mention the time and place one more time?
Yeah, so it will
our
be Saturday, June 29th at 8:30 a.m. at First Presbyterian Baptist Church Building, which is on Franklin Street.
Hi, Ed. I was just waving at you.
Yeah, and what we would like to do is if you can go to www.blackcapitalstudy.com. You can register. You can register even if you're not able to participate in our Saturday event that's coming up. We definitely want you to be a part of this process with us. So really appreciate you.
Well, it's great. It's great to see black people doing something, and I like the part where it's not just, doing something together that's informative. Black people are always doing something, don't get me wrong. But it's very informative, and you're not just talking, you put an action to the talk.
And we're also putting some funding. So as the different tables, the different capitals are discussed, we actually, through the foundation, are able to give them some funding to actually put their solutions into place.
Wow, now see, you better go.
Wonderful.
Right, better get there. Love it. Thank you for sharing with us.
Okay.
All right, what do you got for Chawne?
Well, Chawne,
Shawnee.
Oh, no.
All year,
Not that.
Well, it's a silent E.
All year long, there's a lot of great things that are happening at the Waterloo Center for the Arts, and it seems like things really start to heat up around summer. Okay,
Yeah,
so
not just the heat.
No, not just the heat's heating up.
Talk about some of the projects that are happening.
Even just next week, on July 5th, we have live music that's happening on the amphitheater, kicking off with Chris Lager. He's a blues and rock and roll musician that's coming out of Omaha, Nebraska. That's going to be coming up. Also, that's on Friday night. So then, of course, Urban Farmers Market is Saturday morning.
Yes.
And then Saturday evening, July 6th, we're going to have the Mayor's Fireworks.
The red, white, and blue.
And that one's kind of blown up because, the amphitheater is going to have live music happening there, as well as Expo Plaza. There's a whole slate of kids' activities and food vendors for the whole Cedar Valley to kind of come out and enjoy that particular celebration. All this is the sponsorship there is the main presenting sponsor is going to be John Deere.
Right.
So I'm super stoked about that one because of the sheer number of local talents and organizations and musicians and dancers that are going to be out on both stages. It's going to be a wide variety of things to kind of take in that day. So hopefully, in between the things that are happening from the city of Waterloo and Main Street, Waterloo Central Arts collaborations, they'll be able to get over to your event as well.
Right.
Well,
we can do it all.
And that's just that week. The following week, we're also going to be having a celebration of all of the different exhibitions that have been mounted at the Waterloo Center for the Arts. We have close to 10 artists are going to be at the Art Center on July 11th from 5:30 to 6:30, and that's kind of connected to 4 very amazing, visually kind of striking exhibits. From what's in our Forsberg Gallery, we have the Cedar River Artisans. There's a collective of 8 artists from Cedar Rapids that are doing work in sculpture, textiles, as well as oil painting, pastel. A lot of it, the juxtaposition of what these individual artists, their craft and what they're doing, in the context of the gallery, seeing the muse of the land and Iowa and their creative expression be kind of in concert with each other is actually pretty brilliant. To the same end, we have Stitchings by Uda Stevich that's going to be in our Law Reddington Gallery. Uda has traveled all around the world and is responsible for putting together some very groundbreaking exhibits as it relates to the Haitian collection at the Brooklyn Museum, and has been a longtime supporter of the Waterloo Center for the Arts. We didn't know that she had spent all this time also doing like these amazing stitchings, basically like, well, it's on actually color of our cover of our promotional material that are like all cross stitch, and the designs of them aren't done by drawings. She's just kind of reacting to like the different spaces she's in and traveling and the landscape and the light, how the light kind of lands on buildings and on people, and all inspired by her travels from around the world. There's that, and then I have to kind of give a huge shout out to someone that I graduated with from the University of Northern Iowa, Jeffrey Webb, who is an artist that's local, who lives in Waverly, that has put together optical vertigo. That is, there are going to be samples that are going to be put up. There are close to about maybe 200 hand drawings that are drawings as well as collages. It is visually like just very bright and colorful, and definitely it's along the corridor for family and friends or family and youth to kind of go through and see it. I mean, it's very inspiring.
I can see myself getting stuck in one spot.
Yes.
I can see myself getting vertigo.
That too. I mean, there's so many of them.
Right.
Yeah. And then we also have work by Dennis Hagen, who's another Cedar Rapids artist. That's a digital photographer that's going to be on display on our second floor of our gallery. So anyway, I do invite everybody to come out for this kind of celebration of our summer exhibitions on July 11th. There's that. And then that's Thursday night.
Okay.
On the 11th. That's 11th. Okay. And then Friday on the River Loop Amphitheater, we have on Cinema the Cedar program where we're going to be showing Barbie.
I just saw that. I was going to not let you forget that because Barbie is such a thing. So Barbie on the 12th, and what time do those shows start? At 7:30? Is that right?
Oh, no. Sun doesn't go down.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be, I mean, we're going to have activities before, so, definitely come out. There's going to be kids' activities and food and things like that, and things to definitely enjoy. But the movie's going to probably kick off right at sunset or 9 o'clock. So, yeah, it's going to be
fun.
Hey, like I said, the summer is just starting. It's just heating up.
Yeah.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg for the Waterloo Center for the Arts. So if anyone gets a chance, they could kind of come stop by the center, stop by our website, waterloocenterforthearts.org, or pick up our kind of schedule, what's on at the Waterloo Center for the Arts, and it has the whole slate of all the things that all of the organizations we're collaborating with, all the things that we're presenting inside and outside of the museum. And along with our classes.
So once again, you cannot say there's nothing going on. Nothing to do.
That's right.
Yeah, and I see you got the Barbie on the 12th and the 26th, Men in Black, and the good old Alien movie. So and then August 1st, Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, but even before that, on July 20th, we're going to be celebrating Fiesta, or the celebration of Latino culture within our community.
Wow.
And that is going to be an all-day event, and there's lots of collaboration with the Urban Farmers Market, with Viridian, the library.
She's got that up there too. When I think of Fiesta, I think of Fiesta colors, and I smell food, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
What?
I was saying thank you so much. I'm thinking we got a long way to go and a short way to get there. Short time to get there.
What's that? Oh, the drawing. Yes, but we got to ask Chawne about what his job is like.
Okay.
Do you like his job? Okay. Do you like your new job?
I love what I do.
Of course
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think I have like one of the best jobs in the world. Because I get to see artists and kids and youth and family do things that come from out of themselves, that is just appearing out of nothing. I mean, creativity is powerful. Expression can be beautiful, but to actually see someone that kind of embrace that, or see how it inspires other people, and to be a part of facilitating that, nurturing that, and like displaying and presenting that. Oh yeah, any and every day I wake up, I'm in the right gig, in the right job, all day long.
Tell everybody how long you've been doing this job.
Oh, doing
your
the job.
New job. I mean, because you kind of.
See, the thing is, I mean, yes, I am the executive director for the Waterloo Center for the Arts, but I have been a patron and supporter and advocate for the arts in Cedar Valley ever since I stepped foot in the Cedar Valley. So I'm not originally from Waterloo. I'm not from the Cedar Valley.
But you're a
but I
part- you're a
came and
fixture
left
now.
and lived, and I'm here. I mean, I
Yeah.
came here in '96, and I'm staying. At least until.
Okay, you're not going anywhere.
Let me say, I'm gonna stay true to what I do as far as in supporting the arts and making a very vibrant, powerful impact within my community and any of the space that I take up around me. So that is part of who I am.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, we
Yes,
love
indeed.
it. Yeah. And you guys heard the bell, so now all we gotta do is draw, right?
Yes.
Okay.
draw.
Okay, the bell done rang.
So
We rang that
who's getting a
conductive
gift
bell.
pass?
We are
Someone
giving.
is getting ready to get a gift certificate, the $25 gift certificate from Carpenter's Diner.
Carpenter's Diner.
So-
Should I do it?
No. as a
No.
matter of fact, please.
Okay.
I think
ReShonda
ReShonda
should
should
ReShonda,
do that.
yes. Pull one
All
name,
right.
and the winner.
The winner is
Stephanie.
See, I can't
Who
see.
is it?
What's that?
Stephanie
Stephanie.
Topher-Phobian.
Oh yes, I know her. Yes,
Okay,
Stephanie. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay,
Okay.
now we switch them around.
That's
we
right.
have another drawing. Now this one is for
This
all
one's for
in
all
grocers.
in grocers.
Yes, and I'm gonna keep this name right here. You see me, Amy? I'm putting it right here.
In the correct place, that's
In the
right.
correct place so it doesn't get misplaced.
Okay,
And who shall we get to draw this one?
well, now,
Now, itty bitty, okay.
come on, Sean.
I don't
Son.
want to take responsibility, but
The artiste.
someone's gonna have some good groceries though.
Okay, groceries.
Patience, Martin.
Patience Martin. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Patience. She is a good friend from way back. She used to be a caregiver when we met for my dad, and she was just the best. And I hope to see her again soon. All right, well, congratulations to our winners. Chaveevah, we're so excited to be able to do this.
I
You
know.
know, it's
I
great
know.
to be able to give back to the community. Now, this is from a donation from
John Berry.
John Berry.
Yes.
And we want to encourage you. You guys might want to give a $25 donation to All In Groceries. We'll shout out your name and tell everyone that you donated it, and people can actually go to All In and buy some groceries. Right?
Yes.
Okay. What do we got next? The birthday people.
Birthday
Chaveevah.
people, that's right. We have got to shout them out. We have the best birthday people.
Absolutely.
And so that means Tina Hess.
Hey, Tina.
Okay, hey,
Woo!
Tina.
Happy birthday.
Okay, Chris Jones.
Yes.
Leandra Outlaw. Cassandra Hart. Ramirez Detrell. Thomas Flint. Anita Brewer.
Okay. Who else?
Gregory Gentry. Cherie Kaba. Hey.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, Cherie.
Yes.
Marilyn Rogers Moreland and David Rainey, the pastor.
Yes.
David Rainey, happy
All
birthday
right,
to
yes.
you.
Oh, and don't forget about Natoya Cole and Tiana Carrasco.
No, don't forget them. Tiana, seriously? Natoya? Really? Of course. We can't forget
Okay.
them, right?
Yes, right?
They're one of the best. They're some of the best people, right?
For sure.
Okay, so now we get to sing, Chaveevah. You want to start it? I'm sure you would agree.
Couldn't fit more perfectly.
That have a world party.
On the day you came to be.
Happy birthday. I had to pull my falsetto out.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday
to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Look at
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday.
Ed says, y'all shut up and get out of
Happy
here.
birthday. Okay.
All right.
It's all right. Shut the party down.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I just want to go into that extra chorus.
See,
to.
and I can't go into it because I don't know. I just listen to it and I'm
Okay.
So I'm with you. I'm more of a visual person, so performance thing.
I could tell you was slacking over here too. I mean, I had
It wasn't
to
intentional.
Okay, all right. Jared picked up your slack. We want to thank
Thank you, Jared.
Jared
Yes.
over there, and we also
Yes.
have Diane Ebert, who is out there in them streets, y'all. I'm not
Indeed.
joking. And another thing about it, she's learning a lot about Black culture.
sure is.
You know,
Yep.
she said, "What's this or what's that?" And I try to inform her because a lot of times you got to be careful who you tell, because some people don't want to really know. You know, it's
Well,
the truth.
See, something when you ask, that means you want to know.
That's right.
So there's that.
That's right.
You know, we have some very exciting
guests
news
coming up?
about future shows that are coming up. You all may remember Nate Anderson as
Oh,
being
yes.
our intern. He and Frank Spencer, Mr. Popular, and Sherelle Bishop are going to be guest hosts
Yes.
for the show.
In July.
That's right.
Nate has the first Friday, and then Sherelle and Frank have the second Friday, and then
Yep.
Nate's coming back because he's doing a Cedar Valley food review.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna go eat at some places, and so if you see Nate, that's what he's there for, to find out if you got some good food or not.
Okay.
Okay, or not. So watch for them coming up, and until next time, we want to encourage all of our viewers to keep doing more stuff that makes you awesome.
That's right. Like all these wonderful people on our panel,
Yes.
because
It makes us all look good. See you next time.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Bye.